We're coming up on Thanksgiving. Some people drink. You could do the different thing this Thanksgiving and click on the link down at the bottom of the page for Ethan's apple cider vinegar shots and be the one person shooting something totally different this holiday season.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Deciding Factor. I'm John.
And I'm Alton.
And I'm Barb.
And we are going to talk about Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving week. I hope you're enjoying your time with your family and friends, and make sure you eat a whole lot of food because that's what we're going to do. Also, make sure to check out the links below. We have a thing called The Honest Bison, which you can order bison by the pound and get it delivered to your house directly. I think it's better than beef, but that's just me. Have you ever tried it, Barb?
I have not.
You're missing out.
I'm going to. I'm going to order it and see, and then I can compare.
So in South Dakota, I tried some with the wife, and bison was just amazing. Anywho, on to the show. We are going to talk about the Thanksgiving and things that we've done in the past and maybe some ideas that we have for the future. This is the Thanksgiving special of The Deciding Factor.
Everyday life issues broken down to help you build your own opinions on the issues that matter most. Coming to you from Austin, Texas, this is The Deciding Factor with your host, Alton Hill and John Herzog.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us yet again on The Deciding Factor. Guys, it's Thanksgiving, and I grew up where family means everything to us. It was instilled into us through our grandparents, and it runs thick down here in the South. So I don't know what y'all normally do, especially you, Barb, being from Washington, but it's Thanksgiving all day long. I mean, I would say, 10 o'clock all the way till after football's done and everything. So what do y'all do, Alton?
I used to try to watch the Cowboys until I got miserable, so I've kind of stopped.
What about you, Barb?
Yeah, we did the family thing for a long time. Growing up, that was a big deal. Actually, most of my memories of big family gatherings involve my mom deciding to paint the entire house like the day before. I remember coming home for Thanksgiving break. You get home at the end of the day from school, and all of the furniture in my bedroom had been moved into the living room, and all the furniture in the living room had been moved because she's like, we're having 60 people here tomorrow. We should obviously paint. So yeah, we did the family thing.
Man, it started out when I was younger. My grandfather and his two brothers would actually sit in the living room, and none of the kids were allowed to be in there because that was grown-up time. And they would debate. I mean, it was Democrats versus Republicans. Let's go at it. And they would just tear each other apart. But luckily, it always ended up in, hugging each other, telling each other you love them. Of
like
course,
jujitsu hugs or like...
No, just regular hugs.
Oh, okay.
Vicious ones. But we would also watch the Dallas Cowboys every year, and we still do, whether they win or lose. In fact, when I first met my wife, she had tickets to the Thanksgiving game in Dallas one year.
Nice.
And luckily, she took me. I think that was a mistake on her part, but she took me. I got to enjoy it. We were really close. The only downside is that was the year that Tony Romo got tackled and broke his collarbone, and that was it. So I was there in person for that game, and we lost, but it was still amazing. Like, seeing it on TV is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love watching football on TV, but being there in person, you can't beat it. Plus they sell turkey legs and all that. And Jerry charges like $50 for one, but
yeah, it's good.
So
I mean, I
like
think
a
it's...
Thanksgiving Day heretic.
What?
I have a delay. I definitely have a delay. Sorry.
You
ahead,
totally
Alton.
have a delay. It's like the news people. So tell us what you think, Barb.
Yeah. Going through a tunnel, and there seems to be some shooting on the...
No, I was just going to say that, I think it's a great time to be grateful. We've done some weird things that kind of broke the Thanksgiving tradition. I remember one year we decided we didn't want to do a turkey, and so we just had like a kind of a Cajun boil, right? So we're like throwing in shrimp and the corn and the potatoes and the crab legs and all boiling it outside. And actually, that went over really well. There's a little bit of something for everybody. But one of the things that I think that I've done that I kind of like, it's like you're kind of sitting around and I get bored really easily and I feel like I'm wasting my time and because I can't watch the Cowboys because they make me crazy. But anyway, so like just making lists of things that you're grateful for and then drawing those little, like, y'all remember in school where you kind of trace your hand and then make a turkey out of it, so just doing that with the kids. And like as an adult, I don't ever color or do anything like that. So like actually just getting out the crayons and the pencils and doing a little coloring session is actually pretty fun for me.
Nice. We always made the mistake. We finished our turkey at like noon. So it screwed with us the rest of the day. We were just sleepy as all get out. Everybody's snoring and everything. So
I will say,
learn to not eat early.
Some days, or excuse me, some years, my birthday is on Thanksgiving. And so I'm usually trying to kill like 2 pumpkin pies in a single day with ice cream, with turkey. It can be pretty debilitating, but I'm usually up to the challenge.
What about you, Barb? Give us some details into the Barb life.
Yeah, it's got more cooking. I was trying to think the biggest traditions that I think when we get together with the cousins and everything, we do gingerbread houses on Thanksgiving. And when I was a kid, it used to be old school, like, I don't mean like we baked gingerbread, but like with the graham crackers and the milk cartons, and you paste it. And so anyway, that's kind of a memory to me. And now we do it with our kids and nieces and nephews. The most recent Thanksgiving tradition that we've developed, though, is between my sister and I. And we have food competitions every year. And it's always a like from scratch versus from the can. And it started over this great cranberry sauce debate. Like, is it better from scratch? Can I make it so that you like it better than the jellied cranberry that you like? It keeps the shape of the can, the and slice.
That's
you know what I'm talking
where you
about?
got that
Okay.
question for the
Oh yeah, it's real. Yeah. So we had this big cranberry off, and my sister is so competitive that it turns into like this throwing down of the gauntlet every year. Like, where's my glove? So last year it was over green bean casserole. And I'm like, I'm going to French fry all my onions from scratch, and I'm going to make my own cream of mushroom. She made green bean casserole out of cake, which is really hard to beat. If you think about it, it was so funny. It looked exactly like green cake, and she had kind of a coconutty frost. It looked just like green bean casserole, but it was cake.
Oh, that's epic.
Anyway, so we do that every year. Yeah, this year it's over pumpkin.
Yeah. Sweet potato casserole, my mom makes it all the time. I love it. Oh, it's so fattening though. So
you're not allowed to talk about that at Thanksgiving. Come on. So not the point.
You just got to walk. That's the key, man. That's the key to not sleeping all the day. You eat and you just go for like a mile, 2-mile walk. Nice, relaxing. Boom. Like fixes your blood sugar. Then bam, ready for round 2.
What about eggnog? Do y'all start drinking the eggnog then?
No, never.
Yeah, I guess it's only a Christmas thing, or
No.
There ain't no good.
No, I guess it does.
So,
it does show up sometimes.
What about Thanksgiving versus Christmas? Do y'all have a preference between which holiday is better?
I'm a big time fan, actually, of Advent. So, like, I'm going to say option C, somewhere in the middle, right? So you've got Thanksgiving and you've got Christmas, but the night before December 1st, we will have a night before Advent party just in the home. And we start with the countdown. So Advent, it's the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. And we'll go ahead and do the, lighting candles. Like the house gets physically brighter from the beginning of the month to the end, so that by Christmas morning, we actually will put up lights in the ceiling above the breakfast table. So it's like there's a boom of light all of a sudden.
You got my coffee cup. What's going on?
I did.
No.
So have we introduced our listeners to Hands to Learn yet?
I haven't. We may have done it on social media, but you showed me this company, and I want that peace mug you have there.
It's awesome, and it fits the hand really well. So this just came today. Hands to Learn. You can go and check her out, www.handstolearn.com. She is an artist. She's a mom. Honestly, originally, I stayed for the pictures of her kid. Her kid's adorable. And she's like, buy my coffee cups so that you can support Sawyer's Christmas presents. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, she does these great custom pieces, really cool wedding gifts and everything, but her coffee cups are fantastic. And if you go to her website and use our discount code FACTOR, you will get 15% off your order.
Oh,
so she makes this by hand or what?
She does all the calligraphy, the paintwork, I don't know if you can see this very well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks a little small. Do they have bigger coffee cups?
They have different sizes, yeah.
It's definitely not a guy's site, but I do like the mugs that they had on there. So,
and it's a really good gift site, I would say. Speaking of Christmas, she's putting together for Black Friday. She's putting together this great list of shop small, like a gift directory, basically, of all these local places. And I don't know about Texas, Washington, small businesses are hurting, and so I think it's a great idea that she's putting together this list of like, go here, shop here, support them. So
that's awesome. So Factor, is that what it is?
Yep, Factor is the code.
Awesome. So we'll put that in the description. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Go ahead. Continue on your description of this make-believe holiday you started.
This is not going to be the last time that I say this. John, you're a Philistine. Okay, Advent. Yeah, it's not. It's not something new. It's the 4 weeks leading up to Christmas, right? And it's like you're waiting. And it's very, waiting is an active thing. The waiting is my favorite part. Okay. So in our house, like the kids will start it the night before Advent, like he is coming, he is coming, he is coming. And it gets brighter and it gets louder. And by the time you get to Christmas, it's a huge deal. We celebrate the entire month.
Interesting.
Option C.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, Thanksgiving is way better than Christmas, although Christmas is awesome. Pretty much in our house, it's like once. So my birthday is the 22nd. My youngest daughter's is the 23rd. And then there's Thanksgiving. And then my two older daughters, their birthday's like a week before Christmas. And then there's Christmas. So y'all know I am broke as can be in November and December. Still some in January. But it makes for pretty festive, like, I mean, we got a party Saturday, then it's Thanksgiving, and then it won't be long. But if we add Advent to this thing, it's going to be totally nuts. But I like the idea. But for me, like Thanksgiving, I want to plug hunting, because used to, before I was married and had in-laws, it was like Thanksgiving, shoot, I'm going hunting, and I'll just be in the woods all day. And that was good. Now that I have family, I think I spend more time around the table, you know, doing that stuff. But
I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to go out and shoot a turkey and bring it.
I did once. I did one time. We did have, or was that, I think it might have been a Christmas turkey, but I did shoot one and we ate it. And it was good. It was small compared to like the big butter balls, but it was good though. It was good. It was probably leaner than like the butterball store turkeys too, you know? So probably like we're talking about bison meat. That's what bison meat really is super lean, which is good if you know what you're doing. You do have to cook that, you know, lean meat a little differently. You can't expect it to be super juicy if you're not treating it right, you know? So I think that's disappoints some people, but yeah, so good times.
So I got close last year. We were out deer hunting and I had two turkeys come up to the feeder.
Yeah.
And the problem is I didn't have a shotgun.
You don't need a shotgun, man.
What?
You don't need a shotgun.
Isn't that how you shoot turkeys all the time? Is you use a shotgun right to the head?
Well, sure,
with your bare hands. You just got to go after it.
I mean, if you shoot them like right at the base of the neck.
Well, anyhow,
it's got to be good.
I tried to get both of them at the same time, so they lined up right in front of each other. I hit them both. The problem is with a deer rifle, you have one small bullet and they don't drop most of the time, it seems like.
I think that the vitals on a turkey are pretty small.
Yeah. So
there's not much brain in there, that's for sure.
So they ran off, and I didn't wait long enough. I got too eager, took off after them. I found them hiding in a tree just right, probably like 40 yards away. The problem is now they're like, oh crap, we've got to run for our lives. So they went down into a quarry and got away, and I could never find them again. Of course, they don't bleed a whole lot, so blood trails.
Yeah. Well, they can fly too. So if you get close to them, they can just like hop up and fly away. It's kind of disheartening. Not that that's ever happened to me, but
I kind of feel like all your hunting stories are this grand metaphor for life and relationships. Like, yeah, if you're not treating it right, it's not going to be very juicy. Yeah, true. Wives too. If you're not, what was the other thing? Something about waiting too long, chasing, something about deer rifles. Anyway, everything that you guys say about hunting, I'm like, this sounds like online dating.
we're very deep thinkers, right, John? I mean, there's a lot
Exactly.
going on up here. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I assumed. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to bring Barb on here just so we can get a little more deep thinking on the show.
Or at least have someone point out that you're already doing it.
Yes,
Like
that.
it's-
We needed
Yeah.
a translator, John, to articulate our
So
poetic nature.
so 2020 has been a mess for everyone, unless you're in the RV business, then you're making millions. But for the most part, 2020 has sucked. However, I know for me, I can still be thankful for a few things on Thanksgiving. And I will say, thanks to Alton coming around at the right time and not telling me no on the fifth time that I asked him to do this podcast. So I have had a whole lot of fun this year doing the podcast, trying to get people to actually pay attention to what we say. And I mean, we're learning more and more every time with every guest. I learned more about you, Alton, and then Barb, you joined in, and that just sweetened the pot for us. So, that's one of the biggest things I've had this year. And of course, we've all gotten to spend more time with our family due to COVID, staying at home. Unfortunately, some of us lost our jobs in order to do that, but I've benefited from it, and I'm very grateful. So what are some things that y'all might be grateful for here, even in 2020?
Go ahead, Barb.
We had a job loss early in the year, and I'm very thankful that we ended up with a job right before everything hit. So it's been really, it's been a huge blessing just to be able to be working. I'm really thankful that, I guess, not just that we're spending time as a family, because maybe that's pretty typical for us. I mean, we homeschool, right? We're already kind of around each other, but I like watching, I've been thankful watching my kids get to know their cousins. They're developing friends in that way. They're developing family friends. I'm very thankful that the book came out, that I actually got to start doing stuff like this with you. So it's actually been kind of a great year, apart from the obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a great year for me. This podcast has been a blast for sure. Glad you trying to make me cry over there, John, but I'm not going to do it. Not on here in public. Something in my eye. But honestly, like, I'm grateful for the challenges, and this may be offensive to some, but when you have these tough challenges, you get to, it exposes, right? It exposes the reality. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he's like, man, this has been the great exposer. So you get to see, like, how good was your business really? It folded. Well, it just exposed a problem that was already there, right? Lack of planning, or, maybe now you're living with your wife and you're wanting to strangle her. Well, maybe your relationship wasn't that good before. And so, like, for me, I feel like being able to see that and seeing how people cope with the challenges has been an eye opener to me. And for me, I'm kind of sick and twisted, and I just love challenges. So like all of this struggle makes me, it's like in a weird way in a happy place that I'm able to embrace these challenges, because I know that through the challenges, the outcome of that is growth. And so if you didn't grow in 2020, like I don't know what to say, but there were plenty of opportunities. We can say that. So I'm thankful for the opportunities to grow.
Nice. All right, guys, I've got a twist to this. We're still going to do a deciding factor, but it's not a normal one. So the question coming right up.
Now it's time for our deciding factor.
All right. So here's the question of the day. If you could do whatever you wanted to do for Thanksgiving, what would it be? I'm going to start you off, though. So I mentioned I like the Cowboys. I mentioned I went to one of the games. If I could do whatever I wanted, I would honestly pack up every one of my family members, not just the immediate, but like cousins and extended. We'd pack up, we'd go to Dallas for the weekend. You know, we'd start probably Wednesday night, get there, and then we would go to the Cowboy Stadium, and we would spend the whole day pigging out, doing whatever. We'd have a box. That way we get spoiled really well, and enjoy the whole day with the Cowboys. And to me, that's it. That's heaven. I'm good for Thanksgiving.
Nice. What you got, Barbara?
I think I'd go to a movie theater. Remember those before they all shut? Like I think I would. I think I would take the people and do all, watch a movie, go back, make popcorn. I don't know. I guess actually, apart from the theater itself, I would do exactly what we're planning on doing this Thanksgiving. I think this upcoming Thanksgiving is sort of my perfect plan.
Nice. That's good. Mine is not the same. Man, I mean, since we're just saying the perfect ideal one, I would have some huge helicopter land in my backyard, and me and the entire family would get on it. It would fly us to this sweet yacht, and we would just play for a week. Me and my family eat a bunch of fresh seafood and just party on the yacht, and then get helicoptered right back. It's probably, if you were asking me, I don't know if anyone else would agree with that in my family, but that's what I do.
Nice. That would be interesting, to say the least. But you would just do the one day. You wouldn't extend it.
Me?
Yeah.
No, man. I'd stay out there forever, man. That would just be, I'd just stay, actually. Podcast from the yacht.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Probably wouldn't have any reception, though, so.
Satellite, baby. Come on.
It'd be like Barb with the delay. What? Huh? What?
I'm who? Yeah.
Is that a whale? Hey,
that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Nice. All right, guys.
That's a dumber quote if y'all didn't catch it. What if they shot me in the head? That was a risk we were willing to take.
So you do watch TV. Huh.
Dude, that movie's like 30 years old.
I like what's the most annoying sound in the world?
Nailed it.
All right, guys. That was our Thanksgiving special. Thanks for tuning in. We hope the rest of your year is just as fun as ours has been. We appreciate you listening in. Make sure you're clicking on that subscribe button. Catch us more. Talk to us more. Share your thoughts and feelings, even though Alton doesn't care about feelings.
Yeah, y'all just send in all your bad comments about John. I'll respond with I agree. I mean, wait, no.
All right, guys. It was fun. Thanks for joining. Y'all say bye.
Adios.
Bye.
This has been another episode of The Deciding Factor, giving you food for thought on real life issues. Be sure to click, like, and subscribe to this podcast. as well as all your big social media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Don't forget to check out our website at thedecidingfactorpodcast.com and give us comments and feedback. Until next time, stay safe and remember to keep an open mind.